Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Andre Drummond.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Tobias Harris, since he was 10 years old, has spent the summer training with George the Iceman Gervin in San Antonio. Harris said, having him in my ear has helped my game and made me love the game even more. And Gervin says, I'm his coach as far as putting that ball in the hole. And he's a good student, too. Kevin?
David, that's one of my most favorite stories you've ever told from our sideline. Thank you for that. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, Kevin, you know, when you've got experienced players on the court, then you typically have a composed team. And that means that you won't see either team really get rattled. And I think because both teams have great experience, we're going to have a hard-fought, competitive matchup where neither team really is flustered at all.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Down on the block, it's Harris and Embiid. Outside the wings are Curry and Green. And it's Maxey in at the 1 spot. And for the Rockets, Porter in the backcourt with Green to his side. Christian Wood is out there with Jayshawn Tate. And it's Matthews in at the 3 slot. Now here's Embiid. Maxey, no good.
And the first thing you notice about Green, the next level athleticism, incredible burst off the dribble, and makes smooth adjustments midair.
And that one, good. Green's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Rockets. Outside Curry. Now, here's Maxey. Guarded by Porter. Curry outside. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And one can only imagine what Green will be like, Greg, with a little time.
Still refining his shot release. Still working on getting others involved. But we haven't seen a 2-guard into the league with this much potential in quite some time. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here is Harris. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Green against Curry. Outside, Porter drives to the hoop. The kick out to Matthews. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Tate. It's hauled in by Harris.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Now, here's Maxey. D right on him. Pass to Curry. Green with the rebound. Rockets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Porter passes to Green. 46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's Matthews on the wing. And a foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there. And really a tough break for them.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
A new lineup here for Houston. Now here's Brooks, defended by Milton. 6 to shoot. Brooks outside. The Rockets again can't hit. Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, here's Milton. Brooks covering. And here is Milton. A bucket is good.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
He can't get it to go. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. 76ers lead by 1. And the second quarter will get Now in his rookie season, Kevin Porter came off the bench. Now he's in Houston. He's a starter. And he analyzed the change in mentality.
You know, coming off the bench, you kind of have a feel for the game already watching it. And you're starting off. So just got to start fast. And I got to come in ready to play from the jump.
And when Porter gets out to a hot start, Greg, he's shown he's capable of some big nights.
And finding some success with the Rockets, Kevin. Now it's all about consistency and finding ways to win games.
Philadelphia foul. Matisse Thybulle.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
You've got Gordon. He's out there with Brooks. And it's Christopher in the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now here's Porter. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Here's Maxey. They lead by 1. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Drummond passes to Maxey. Over Porter. Off the iron that time.
And, you know, we talk about how Wood has moved around the league. He also attended 3 different high schools. So he's been searching for direction for a long time.
Now here's Gordon. Last game out he had 14. Tice. And Tice throws it down.
Boy, I love Eric Gordon as a combo guard. He's a multi-talented player who can play either guard position.
Thybulle, the pass to Maxey. Now Drummond. Pass to Maxey. No good on the 3. And now Wood is laser focused, putting up all-star numbers over long stretches.
And you look at where he started compared to where he is now. Wood may be one of the most improved players we've ever seen, especially if he continues to ascend from here.
And it's Harris with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 1. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Now, here's Maxey. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
That's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit. Maybe lost concentration, too.
Here's Gordon. No good that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Gordon. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Houston needs to get a shot. And Thybulle sends it back. Here's Maxey. Here's Harris. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Philadelphia ahead, leading by just 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Doc, what do you think you'll see from them in the second half?
Well, they're moving the ball. They're just playing to the hot hand, and we got to expect that. So let's not let anyone get hot. That would be nice.
Always the coach's mantra. Thanks, Doc. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Welcome, folks. The Philadelphia 76ers going head-to-head in what's been a neck-and-neck battle through 2 quarters. And it pains me to say this, but I think we need some insight from Professor Diesel. Secrets to success in the second half?
You want the regular voice of the professor, Ernie?
I'll take whatever you got.
It's easy, Ernie. Whoever decides the EOEP has the extinct advantage.
Wait, the strategy. What is EOEP? What does that even stand for?
Well, I'm glad you asked me, pupil Kenneth. You know this, execute on every possession. It's what I said myself. EOEP, execute on every possession.
Was it just me, or did I hear you say they have an extinct advantage?
Is that what I said? I don't know what I said.
Oh, now, thanks for admitting it.
Oh, we're still on there.
And switching back now to halftime of the Philadelphia 76ers game. They're in a tug of war right now.
Playing on the road is having no effect on this team. I mean, between your planes, the hotels, the buses, it's a grind. It can zap your energy levels. But right now, they look like a fresher team. And we'll see if they hit the wall in the second half.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And Greg, some star big men have complained that they get hacked all game long. But they're not getting the foul calls these guards do on the perimeter.
I'd have to agree, Kevin. I mean, and on a lot of those fouls, the guards get 3 free throws. So something the league might want to take a look at, trying to balance things out.
So on the floor for Philadelphia. Front court filled in by Green at 3 and Harris at the 4. Seth Curry is out there with Maxey, and it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here is Harris. Shot clock at 6. Embiid sets the pick for Curry. Over Green. Curry's shot is off. Houston in the lead. And the latest wrinkle in Seth Curry's game, creating for others with consistency.
And he's taking time with his reads, letting the defense commit, then making his move. All part of that maturation process.
Here's Maxey. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Green passes to Maxey.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Embiid the screen. Going inside and slam dunk by Maxey. Guys, what a back and forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Porter kicks to Green. Wood a screen on Curry. Curry against Green. It's not going to go for him. 76ers shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Maxey passes to Embiid. Unloads from 13. No good, shot missing. And the Rockets take it the other way.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Wood a screen on Curry. 1:07 left here in the third quarter. Wood a screen on Curry. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
So it's Philadelphia now, following the score by Houston.
You know, some players just have a shooter's mentality, and Curry's in that category. Seth has not met a shot he doesn't like, and most of them he can make.
Now here's Green. 6 points for him. Matthews, no one around him, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Curry passes to Maxey. Embiid with it. Trains it from 9 feet away. Embiid's got the lead up to 4 now for Philadelphia.
Boy, I think they've lost their intensity. I mean, the defensive pressure is lacking this half.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Coming out of the floor for the 76ers.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Green, and he drops it in from the low post. Green's got 8.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. 76ers lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Gordon out there with Brooks. And it's Christopher in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Foul. Armani Brooks. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Now, here's Thibault. Over Gordon. Thibault kicks to Embiid. 5 on the clock. From 18 feet away. Niang, no good. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. A 2-point game. Martin with the bucket.
Well, we know Eric Gordon is a great shooter now, but he is also willing to make the extra pass.
Here's Niang, covered by Martin. Embiid, the pass to Niang. A three-pointer is right on target. Niang's got his first 3 points of the game.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight. We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
And there's a foul. Will go on Shake Milton. That is his first foul of the game. Daniel Tice is checked in for the Rockets. Kevin Porter comes in for Brooks. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Tobias Harris is checked in for Korkmaz. Now here's Gordon. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Tice. Back to Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. Over Thibault. And it's Gordon missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Now here's Embiid. Back to Milton. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Niang. Here's Embiid. Şengün with the rebound. 1:05 left here in the fourth quarter. Back to Porter. Tice kicks to Gordon. Over Milton. The Rockets again can't hit. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Now here's Embiid. A 15-footer. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts. Getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to.
Tice sets a screen for Gordon. No good with the layup. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
It's the 76ers with the ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Houston foul. Jayshawn Tate. That's his first personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the 76ers, Tobias Harris at the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
You know, over time, I think Harris has become really good at accepting more responsibility, and that's part of learning how to be a leader.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
On the court, get loud for your Quad City Texans.
And so it's Houston with it. Here's Matthews. Another miss by Houston. And he commits the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Seth Curry.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
And you know, for Curry, getting into the league has been a battle for Seth. I mean, he's more established and playing with more confidence now.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
Who wants a t-shirt? Make some noise. And your Quad City Texans. Coming onto the floor for the 76ers.
And here's Matthews from the arc. That one doesn't go. Here's Niang. So the 76ers win it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, thank you, Kevin. Joel, congrats on the win. A quality win. How did you secure it?
Oh, we played. We were tough tonight. We won soft. We shared the ball defensive, and we were really good. And that's what we got to do the rest of the season.
Well, you're building towards something good, man. Congratulations on the win. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.